Okay, fact versus fiction. Now we will be tackling some of the common questions and misconceptions associated with personal medicine based on questions members of Patients Like Me have submitted. Please follow along and let us know in the comments here how many of you guessed correctly. Our first question is personalized medicine safe, even though it seems like a new type of treatment? Dr. Ramos, is this true or false?
It is safe. And I think the underlying principles of personalized medicine is what makes it safe. It is this information that is extracted directly from you as an individual that's ultimately informing our understanding of your health outcomes and of potential disease progression. This is personalized medicine is really about a holistic understanding of you as an individual, where a place like genetics can certainly be a strong indicator of certain diseases. It goes beyond that. It's what is your level of sleep on a given day? What is your access to green space for physical activity? All these different environmental pressures. And all of that, again, is from you as an individual. And so I think ultimately, you really couldn't get any safer in terms of the data that are informing about your health.
Great. Okay. Another true or false. So, does personalized medicine include someone's electronic health records or medical records?
Yes, absolutely. And so for a couple of reasons, your electronic health record, and one kind of quick side note is a byproduct of this is many participants, when they share the electronic health record information, aren't aware that it's their right to have access to this information. And the fact that the program can facilitate that, I think is an amazing additional byproduct of being a participant in the program. But the reason why we ask participants to share EHR data, as it's referred to, is because we need to have an understanding of your clinical history. And we also need to have an understanding of what those potential health outcomes are. So we're pulling all this data from you. What does it mean as you continue to age, and what are some of those new health traits and health characteristics and disease onset that potentially appear. And all of that is generally captured in your EHR data. And so sharing that is an important part of an understanding at the individual level and an important part of personalized medicine.
Great. Okay, so another question. So is it true that most medical treatments are designed for the average patient, and that the treatments aren't really altered depending on a patient's specific health needs?
Yeah, so it's a yes and no. So traditionally, the treatments that a given provider or physician has access to are really derived from population knowledge at a population level. We've gotten a little bit better with cancer field, oncology being a perfect example of now being able to use personalized medicine to expand that repertoire of tools that physicians have access to in terms of using your own genetic information to say, hey, now we know this treatment is not going to do anything for you as an individual. I'm going to focus my attention on these other treatments that we know work based on your information. And so this, but overall, I think overwhelmingly, we're still in a space in the clinical world in which we're leveraging information at a population level. And this notion that, again, that you as an individual are reflective of that entire population is clearly something that we need to change in terms of our approach. And so this is where I think I get most excited about personalized medicine, because we now have the opportunity to leverage this information from those individuals that come from different communities and different backgrounds to really inform their care.
Great. That was excellent. So I like that. Both, it's a yes and a no. Great. Okay, another question. Can personalized medicine only help people with certain conditions? For example, like only people who have cancer, or others? Is this true or false?
So it's an evolving answer. So right now, one of our best kind of illustrations of how we apply personalized medicine is in the cancer field and in oncology, in which we use genetic information. That will continue to grow. That will have, take type 2 diabetes, for example, in which it's a common but complex disorder that is most certainly prevalent in the United States. We've tried this approach of genetics, and we thought, hey, well, let's just look at the genetic information of those individuals that have type 2 diabetes and those that don't, and we'll be done. We'll figure it all out. And unfortunately, that's absolutely not the case, that there's a number of different additional factors that play into that, whether it's physical activity, whether it's how much they sleep, could be heart rate, could be environmental pressures, could be what their daily active life looks like, that can most certainly influence progression of that disease. And those are the things that we ultimately hope that the All of Us research program will inform, is that we'll get to a broader a capture of information that allows for this cancer example to now be all examples across the medical field.
Great. Thanks for clearing that one up for everyone, Dr. Ramos. We hope that this conversation was able to dispel some of the myths people may have about personalized medicine. Now, additionally, our Patients Like Me members wanted to know how personalized medicine would particularly affect their care, as many have rare diseases or weakened immune systems. With this in mind, we'll now be talking about the power of personalized medicine to improve patient care and deliver effective treatments for the conditions that many of you may be managing.